Stay tuned after the show for a special announcement.
And the one way this can be absolutely proven, I'm confident, is using the Schwarzschild metric. Ridiculous.
Oh.
He's insufferable. How many times must we pursue the same incorrect pathway? You do recall what Professor Einstein stated regarding the definition of insanity, yes? I recall Professor's work quite clearly, and I'm very pleased that you brought him up, as I think relativity is the part of the solution we're seeking.
The singularity of the Schwarzschild metric at the event horizon is not a singularity. The point at R0 is merely an artifact of the coordinate system choice.
I don't agree. Look, when you use Kruskell's coordinates, Tx, the metric is non-singular at the horizon, right? Well, okay. Well, so what? So what? You counter an observation with so what? Am I smelling toast? Doctors, please observe. If you calculate the ds squared space-time interval between two events of a person who crossed the horizon, then you should get infinity, yeah? In either tr or tx coordinates, so that quote-unquote singularity at the horizon is correct, and there is nothing defective about the metric being infinity in Schwarzschild coordinates. The Schwarzschild metric is given the correct physics. With Kruskell's coordinates, you shift the infinity at the horizon into dx and dt, which are infinity at the horizon, and when the differential element ds is not equal to 0. If you have a singularity in some coordinate system, then physically there is some trajectory that will give an infinite proper time, which indicates that the singularity is physical and can be felt by someone on that trajectory. Doctor, it has been pointed out multiple times that not all singularities are curvature singularities. Are you worried about how to detect conical singularities? I'll remind you that the current work is focusing on coordinates that are...
For the love of God, are we closer to a solution, yes or no?
Yes, no. Seriously, does anybody else smell toast? Because I do.
Look, this meeting isn't for you lot to toss about whatever propeller head theories you've got. Save that for when you're in there. I need to know if we're still on track for Event 4.
Agent, I think for the moment, that answer is a qualified... We're not sure yet. Telemetry from the sensors Lawrence and I left during Event 3 are still transmitting, but at random intervals. The best theory we have to date is we may be able to improve the detection when we focus on an inverse frequency to cosmic microwave background radiation at a peak frequency of about 160 gigahertz. The cosmic microwave background is most evident in the frequency bands between 70 and 217 gigahertz.
Exactly that. It was shown that the singularity center at the distance between another object center is r equals 2m. In the Schwarzschild solution is a consequence of the choice of coordinates, introducing Kruskell.
Not the time! Ugh. I need an aspirin. All right. Spell it out for me. Let's assume Dr. Dellum's theory pans out. Where would that leave us?
Well, if his theory were to become theorem, we could reduce the potential appearance of Event 4 from a 20-mile square radius to roughly a 3, maybe 2 square radius. We could be on site within an hour of the station returning.
It will proof out. I am confident of it. Detection is the least of our troubles. Determine how to stabilize and isolate the specific entropic quantum signature so the station can exit the singularity as the convolution rotates on the spherical plane over the 96-hour revolution. That is where true mastery of physics will be proven.
And what exactly have you achieved?
It was a big old goose egg. One doesn't simply grab some whiteout and adjust the entropic signature of an item, let alone an entire station and all its internal artificially created differential envelope. It would mirror the entropic signature of the critical point and establish Landau. You brilliant commie mathematical madman. Talking about you, Lev, not you, Martin. You're still my favorite, Landau.
Is that something we need to be bothered about or encouraged by?
Dr. Jovac is prone to engage in periodic flights of fancy when inspiration hits. If he comes up with anything of substance, trust me, we'll be aware. What is the status with the archworker who was shot by the deputy marshal?
Oh, it's a wonder Marshmallow didn't kill him. Bullet lodged in his aorta, and from what I heard, they had a bloody difficult time extracting it. The lad is still kicking. For now. He's been in critical condition since he was shot last week, still in a coma, and they're hoping to transport him out in another week.
Do you still think he was working for the United States government?
A spy? I hadn't heard this. From whom? We wouldn't be spying on ourselves.
As soon as I was told what had happened, I had my resources in the Defense Intelligence Agency begin a thorough search for anything on this Chaz Wilford. His NSF paperwork and background history's all shite. A master fakery, but dodgy all the same. Somebody did a right job on him. Only thing we could find is a 2002 incident where he was a witness to murder. Apparently he had a handler back then who advised Wilford to do a runner and had the court summons nullified. There was a reference to the code name of his handler, someone named Gable. I never met Gable, but he decided to go rogue about 10 years ago. Maybe he found a conscience or the good Lord, or I don't know, had a breakdown. Whatever. Within government circles, he is one of only a small number of people who have a shoot-on-sight order.
Is that even legal?
Oh, darling, please tell me you're not that naive. I mean, it makes you all the more delectable, yes, but legal, seriously?
I was just asking. Jeez.
Yes, this is all well and good, but to which agency was he given directions through?
Appears to be DARPA, specifically the Defense Science Offices.
Do we think it was him that stole the Atlas telemetry data around Christmas time?
I had the same thought. I searched his berth and the logistic offices directly after his shooting and before Marlowe made his way. I couldn't find it or anything else of interest.
The next window opens in 2 hours. If there is nothing else, I want to have everybody begin preparations for monitoring. You'll see the glacial coordinates I've selected based on the last results. I have also a specialized piece of equipment on its way to the station, an apparatus which should simplify location and tracking of the Canadian stations once we have it installed inside that facility.
Why wasn't I notified of this? Have the proper security precautions been taken to ensure it arrives without prying eyes?
Oh, did I not inform you? Or I must have had my mind on other items.
Oh, you right, Pillock. I want to know everything that's been arranged, and the specifics around its transport.
Of course. Happy to bring you up to date.
I think it's important that we all know about this device, especially if we're being asked to install it and leave it on the station before it shifts back into null space.
And I agree with this lovely little chippy, especially since I'll be leading the expedition into Event 4 when she reappears. I'll also have a little surprise of my own.
Recording has concluded.
Recording started.
Deputy Marshal, prompt as always. Did Assistant U.S. Attorney General McAvoy make it off the station all right?
Yes, ma'am. He boarded transport out this morning, and I have to say I'm still not a fan of McAvoy or this particular U.S. Attorney General's office. Pretty sure he hates me too.
Every branch of federal law enforcement has general disregard for internal views from the AG. It's a necessary evil, and we're all on the same team.
I'm not sure McAvoy got that particular memo.
From what I read off the wire this morning, he's cleared you. Says the shooting of Wilford was a clean shoot.
He did. He's just a natural-born asshole, I suppose. Anyway, I'm officially cleared by the AG to return to duty.
What's the latest with the suspect?
Still in a coma. Still listed as in critical condition. Our chief physician has had multiple video consultations and examinations with docs back in the States. Real top-notch trauma surgeons to evaluate the case. Doc Ambrose is a good doctor and surgeon, but he's never had a gunshot case before.
Will he live?
Ambrose says it's about 50-50 at the moment.
If they can safely get him back to fully staffed hospital in Christchurch, those chances should go up. With winter forecasts to begin in another 5 weeks and the station going dark for about 8 months, they're going to give it another week or two, but after that, they'll have no choice.
So how's this sitting with you?
I'm all right. It's not the first time I've been in this situation over the 20 years I've been on the job. It's just annoying having to wait 10 days to be cleared.
A.G. McAvoy didn't want to handle the investigation over a video call. Wanted to be there in person. Don't understand it myself, but that's their call to make.
Asshole's gonna asshole.
So, where do we stand on that investigation?
Well, we have a full confession from Renee Kellogg. After she had a gun pointed at her head, she more or less was willing to give her full recount of the circumstances around the shooting itself. The Attorney General are going to drop most of the charges since her involvement was pretty much secondary and she really had no real clue what Wilford was up to. We found the coveralls exactly where she said they'd be. They're heading off the station with McAvoy for testing back in the States. Given the cold preservation, we think it should still have traces of his DNA. Even if his DNA is found, it's a stronger case that he was indeed our saboteur. But it's not the smoking gun I was looking for. If he makes it and he's able to go to trial, I'm not confident that it's enough to get us a conviction. Not that he'd ever make it to trial, even if he does survive.
You still believe he's DOD connected with DARPA?
I'd bet my badge on it, yeah.
DOJ made a formal inquiry. As you'd expect, they aren't finding any employee with that name in their rosters, denying any involvement. What is it you're mixed up in down there, Marlowe?
A lot of rumor, a lot of cloak and dagger games. I filled you in on the Beauregard Loan Project, several of the scientists that are connected to down here, including Wainwright. Wolford was on the outside, however, which means DARPA wasn't invited to the party, and it says to me that they wanted to crash it.
So, what I'm hearing is my deputy marshal, in addition to running an entire continent himself, is smack in the middle of some spy versus spy interintelligence dispute. I don't like it.
I'm not having a barrel of monkeys myself, ma'am.
Do you want reinforcements? I can have several assets freed up here and call in Pete to give me some heavy hitters out of Ohio. Have them spread out between Palmer, McMurdo, and Amundsen.
I appreciate that offer, Marshal, but for the moment, I think it's not necessary. Things are calm presently, and I don't want to rile up the other nations with enhanced paramilitary forces, especially everything that the U.S. is going through on the international theater.
Good point. Deputy. I have another piece of information. An update for you. The Armenian mobster who shot you in McMurdo, Narek Margosian, he's dead.
Dead? Wait, what happened?
2 days ago, there was a riot inside of Auckland Prison, D-Block, which is where they house the most dangerous shitbirds they have.
Yet.
In the course of events, they found Margosian with a shiv through his ear. Death was instant. 5 other inmates in D-Block were killed, more than 20 seriously injured, so while it doesn't appear that Margosian was specifically targeted...
Margosian was specifically targeted.
Pretty much. It happened during a shift change, and when that block's guards were already at minimal staffing due to some virus going around.
Shit.
There's an inquest from the local authorities that started last night into the riot and subsequent deaths. I don't think much will come from it.
Marshal, would it be possible to get a list and nationality of all the other inmates who were in D-Block at the time?
I'm honestly not sure. Privacy laws can get touchy when you're dealing with overseas, but I'll see what I can get for you. You have a hunch?
Nothing I want to articulate just now. I'll know more if I can get the list and review it.
Well, give me a few days. I'll see what I can obtain.
I appreciate it, Marshal.
Hang in there, Bass. Head on a swivel and all that.
Yes, ma'am. Good night, Marshal.
Recording stopped.
Sweetie, you've been tossing and turning for, I don't know, an hour? You want to talk about it?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Kendra. I don't mean to keep you up. Do you want me to go back to my own berth tonight?
Oh, then I'd lose my favorite space heater, no?
Hmm.
But why don't you tell me what's keeping you up? Better to talk about it than let it fester.
Margosian was killed. Narek Margosian, he was the guy who shot me in McMurdo. He's dead now.
Oh, what happened?
There was a prison riot in the cell block where he was being housed. He was stabbed along with a number of others who either died or were seriously hurt. And people are saying he wasn't specifically singled out, but his trial for crimes on McMurdo, including shooting me, would have started next week. I think he was targeted.
Oh, my. By the Chinese government or the mob? Or...
Mm-hmm. Exactly that. I mean, it's all way too coincidental, right? If they killed him, it was probably because he failed killing me or he was going to talk. Either way, he was killed because of me.
Honey, stop that.
Huh?
I don't agree. We're all responsible for our own actions. He chose that life. He chose the job to be on McMurdo and scouting it out. He chose to pick up that gun. He chose to get into a shootout. Do you see where I'm going here?
I do, and you're right, and thank you. But I have to tell you, it's hanging on me regardless if I get it or not. Okay. You know what would help, actually? Why don't you tell me what's going on with your new position?
Oh. Because hearing about it will be so boring that you'll fall asleep?
No, that's not it at all. No, I'm seriously interested. It would be nice actually to hear about something other than criminal investigations, international arrest, prison homicide for a while. I want to hear how your job's going.
Okay. So, let's see. Well, today we had our weekly staff meeting. The whole DSL team. Reviewed where everybody is on their mapping and data gathering. Oh, and Trini on Bicep 2 thinks she may have discovered a curlicue pattern in the polarization of the cosmic background. Possible gravitational waves. Ripples in space-time. They'd be generated during
the first moments of the universe where you theorize the cosmos went through a brief mass expansion called inflation. And if verified, these waves would confirm the inflation theory, right?
Ooh. Wow. You actually pay attention when I explain science. Oh, you still even pay attention to me when I'm naked and up against you. You love my mind, not just my looks. It's just one of the many, many, many reasons you're the perfect partner somebody could ever want.
Oh, you're not so bad yourself.
I love you.
I love you too.
Where was I?
Bicep 2, I want to say.
Oh, yeah, Trini.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody on the Bicep 2 project is excited, but we're remaining cautious. Last time we thought it was a gravitational wave. Ugh. Whole big debacle. It was several years before I was here, but they sent their findings for peer review, and the French contingent of the Planck Observatory team we had partnered with released the finding months too early, long before everything was vetted. Not unusual for the ESA.
Forgive me, the ESA?
That's the European Space Agency. Needless to say, we're being extra cautious this time around. All in all, I'm happy I accepted this position. It's exciting stuff.
Well, that's good. And I'm happy for you, sweetheart. And I'm hesitant to ask this, but anything new between you and your mom?
Mother. She stopped being mom a long time ago. Nothing new. I'm still just trying to process that she's associated with Project Atlas. Associated. More like it's her legacy that she takes all of her pride in, unlike her own children.
Okay. I mean, look, you're not wrong necessarily, Kendra, but maybe being a bit too harsh, you think? I mean, don't get me wrong, but is it possible that maybe you're just looking through tinted glasses still?
But she's so... I don't know, maybe I am. Possibly. Probably.
Huh.
And I'm not angry she chose Shepard Dellum over me as the project replacement. That would have been an offer I would have turned down anyway. I'm just... The reason that brought her down here wasn't me and my work. It was that damn project and Wainwright's temporary absence. Just something to add to our distance between us.
Look, at the risk of sticking my nose into a family affair, and also, it might be the 0230 talking here, but as someone who is now technically an orphan after both parents passing, you're in a position I kind of envy, honey. I mean, you have a chance to speak more with a parent before they're gone forever. I'm not saying that you should eat shit from her or anything like that, but maybe, I don't know.
Reach out?
Reach out, yeah.
Yeah. Mary Ellen said the same thing. Her mother has more or less written her off since she decided to be a homemaker rather than pursuing molecular biology. But even despite all that, she's been making attempts to reconnect with Magda. I don't know, Bass. It's just such a foreign concept. Given... Sweetie? Bass. Sweetie. You left your recorder on again. But I love you.
Tovarish, I am sorry. I did not know you would be working in office this hour. The early bird gets to find all the worms, eh? Mikhail, please, come in. Don't let me get in your way. Spasibo, Tovarish. I will not take long. You are doing well, da?
Mikhail, I have to admit, I'm confused.
Oh, can Mikhail help you get unconfused?
I think you may be the only person on station who can.
Oh, sounds like this is important. I will sit down here, see if I can help finding answers. I have a talent for this thing. Yeah. Now, you tell, I listens.
All right. I'll cut to the chase. I was digging through old digital recordings, making sure I don't erase anything not already having been transcribed. I typically don't go listening to recordings made when I leave my recorder somewhere. I tend to have 2 or 3 of those a month. This time, however, I listened.
Go on.
Well, digging through them, I struck gold. A wealth of information I never knew about. Specifically, your interactions with Franklin.
Okay.
And, what's this plan you and Franklin were talking about? You rattled off station people and friends of mine, talking about getting them lined up. Are the two of you up to something?
Tovarish, you're all worried over the nothings. We're not badmans, well-manned and demon. We have just connected together since we both have very rough times adjusting to Americans, or in his case, how does he say? Just to full sin meat sex would have voices that sound like rabid baboons in heat, but not in good ways.
Mikhail, seriously, you expect me to believe what I heard on that recording were 2 individuals who bonded over assimilating to working and living with Americans? That's ridiculous.
Different cultures to be around than when we were from. People speak differently. Customs odd, way of life odd and strange, but we try hard to fit in without giving up the who we are and core of persons. You know, it's just like Clempett's family. Who? The family Klemp? Okay. I can help you get it. Tovarish, please come listen to my story. It's about a man who has named Jed. He was very poor man who just tried to provide for family, keep them fed. Good dado. Well, one day he was hunting for food when up from the ground came bubbling crude. Beverly Hillbillies? Mikhail, enough with the sitcoms. I listened to the recording like 5 times. What do you and Franklin have cooking down there? Tovarish is very simple and not all conspiracy makings. We are fishes that are not in the water. How do you say, the people are strange when you are a stranger? Oh, like when Clampets must learn how to make livings in capitalist world of Beverly Hills. They do not fit in. They can see how everything is different around them, but they try to get accustomed to all the people's ways. So to the demon guy and janitor. You called him by name. You don't call anybody by their real name. Tell me it's not a coincidence. It's no coincidence. Sometimes things are just the way they seem they are. Okay. Then what is going to happen in 2 more years? Do we all die like the station computer? What happens in 2 years? You both seem to be in the know. Tovarish, I am still no good with arts of words. One time I write down in the... How'd it go again? The most perceptive character in a play is fool. This is because the man who wishes to seem simple cannot possibly be simpleton. But like most writers, only the creator can know what is to come. But this is all teachings you do not believe in. What are you? Sidney told me to never trust you, and he was being as serious as I've ever seen him. You know a lot about the comings and goings around here. What are you? I am janitor. Janitor. Best janitor on station. Oh, who needs to not take such long breaks and get back to cleaning, Dobrich. Soon, all the young smart defense leave station to go back to their homes, and station will be just as clean as on the day they arrived. This is not over, Mikhail. On this we agree. There is much cleaning to do around station. Mikhail will come back later to make sure Tovarish office is clean as whistles. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Supervisory Deputy Marshal Marlowe.
Oh, sounds like somebody got a promotion. Congratulations, Supervisory Deputy Marshal.
Nichols.
Oh, you remember me. I'm flattered.
I don't know many people who can leap off a mountain that is 4,000 feet up in the middle of a blizzard-like conditions and survive. You stand out.
Well, we all have our extraordinary talents. Like being able to attract undue attention and put themselves in the middle of a bullseye. I do have to say, I don't like the competition that others have started in trying to take you out. Oh, you won't be able to trace this call, Marla. I took steps to ensure that.
What is it you want, Nichols? I doubt it's to gloat about the escape or the appearance at the Nobel ceremony we all witnessed. Nice tux, by the way.
Thank you. However, I didn't call the way back down to my former home just to accept the plaudits of fashion choices. I'm calling as, well, what I hope will be the harbinger of portent.
Nichols, either come out with it or get on with whatever it is you do.
See, this is the primary reasons Lawrence never cared for you. A lack of general comprehension of words with more than a single syllable.
Hanging up the phone now.
Get off the station, Marlowe. Get off the station while you still are able to do so. I'm authorized to make you a one-time offer. Leave the station, take whomever you want with you, and everything that happened will be forgotten. No retribution, no retaliation, no more people coming after you.
So you sent the Chinese hitman at Palmer. Sent Margosian at McMurdo.
The Albanian wasn't just intended for you, but yes, Marlowe, that was implied. As a showing of our good faith, we had Margosian dealt with in that staged prison riot. If you walk away now, it all stops. If you stay and keep on interfering in matters not your concern, it's fair game on you and all your little chums.
You had Margosian killed.
Well, naturally.
And you're threatening me and others here on the station, over the phone, from a safe location. You know, I never took you as such a little bitch before, Nichols.
Oh, ouch. Those words hurt me so much, Marlowe. All the same, you have a few weeks more to decide. Be on one of the transports off the station before the next winter season starts up. If you leave, you and whoever goes with you will live out their lives and die a ripe old age. Stay? Well, I you have made a decision there is no coming back from. 3 weeks.
I don't need 3 seconds. I'm staying right here. And if you want to finish what we started on the side of Mount Markham, oh, you won't have to look hard for me. But I'm guessing you don't possess the testicular fortitude to truly represent the less than obfuscated threat you levied towards me. How's that for comprehending more than a few syllable words?
3 weeks, Marlowe. We're watching. After that, you'll either say you were warned and live out your life, or you can say you were warned as you watch everybody around you that you care about killed and slip through your fingers.
We'll see each other again, Nichols. On that you can trust. Hope that arm is feeling better after this long. Zeke?
Yeah, go ahead, lawman.
1 hour, the barn, tell the team. So the long and short of it is, if you're still on station after the winter season starts, he's not going to afford you mercy or quarter. You'll be viewed no different than I am. Josh Nichols said he and his group will try to murder us as well. More or less, that's what he indicated on the call, yes.
Two-bit thug lackey who wants to rub me out. I've seen this matinee in the second feature for a dime. Always ends the same, though. My meat hook in the mug and the goon seeing Tweety Bird circling his noggin. Not even newsreel worthy.
Over the past season, there has been 2 attempts made against me. The incident at McMurdo with Narek Margosian, who Josh confirmed they had killed in a New Zealand prison, and the attempt while I was at Palmer, and the 2 Chinese private military DWE contractors who shot at Special Agent Cord and myself. If we continue with this, I and the U.S. Marshal Service will do everything in our power to protect you, but you need to understand that.
I'm in.
I appreciate that, buddy, but let me finish my pitch before you decide.
Oh, my bad, lawman. Yeah, you go on with that speechifying thing. I'll tell you I'm still in when you're done. You go on now.
I and the U.S. Marshal Service will do everything we can to protect everybody in the room, but I can't make any promises. We'd all have targets on our backs, targets put there by actors with homicidal intent, both external to the U.S. and what I fear may be internal factors as well.
What about your, British, girl? The ex-girlfriend who's working with the Atlas dudes, whatever her name is she gonna be, trying to cut off our stems at the root here?
Not my ex. Thank you, Mr. Dauber, for making me throw up in my mouth a little bit. No. As much as it pains me to have these words come out of my own mouth, Jocelyn is unconnected with the plot to have me removed.
But she,
Let me walk that statement back. She's not connected with this current plot to have me removed. I honestly believe that she'd see any attempt to move against me as competition, and she'd act against the other individual.
What about the call we intercepted from her last season? The call from the antique shop? The call 1 block away from the Chinese embassy in Wellington?
Yeah, that bothered me as well, Mr. Kelly, for quite a while. Although something never sat right. If she had been connected with the Chinese, that call would have been coming from within the embassy, not outside of it. And I had to get past my own mistrust, anger, and rage to allow reason and logic to take over. Honestly, I think it might have been her way of telling me to watch for them without directly telling me.
Come again, say what now?
Well, Jocelyn had to know we'd be tracing the call, yet she stayed in line long enough to let that happen. The call came from a location directly near, but not within an embassy we already had identified as being connected with the data Nichols was trying to smuggle out. Now, I'm not saying I'm ready to put my life in her hands, far be it, very far be it. I am confident she is not mixed up with the drug smuggling nor the attempts from Nichols and his goons to take me out.
But should we continue to not trust her?
Don't trust her in the least. No, Mr. Kelly.
Okay.
Let's get back to the main point I brought up.
Can I say it now?
Not yet. If you opt to stay on through the winter season, it has been made known to me you will all be at risk. Now, I've outlined everything that has happened that I know of as of today, and I cannot ask any of you to stay. As I said, I'll do everything in my power to keep not only all at this table, but all those at this station safe. But if anybody wants to depart, nobody here will think any less of you, and you will still be family no matter what. And I am not asking you to decide now. We still have several weeks before the last flight departs for the winter. Take the time you really need to think about this.
Sorry, lawman, I know you wasn't finished all the way, but nothing you're going to say is going to change my mind. Somebody coming after my best friend, my brother, my station, my lady? You best believe they're going to have to go through me. No, sir. Was been leaving before your breaking news special report, ain't leaving now. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang around too, Deputy Duder. Sir, formal, yeah. What would happen to my kitties in the greenhouse, right? Who'd keep Keenan from visiting and trying to overdo the courtesy-free samples? Oh, jeez, Zeke, you didn't hear that part.
Hell, I didn't.
And, all due respect, I'm planted here. See what I did just then?
Wow. I have to say, I've never been in a situation where entire nations and a shady criminal underworld have been out to kill me. That sounds so exciting. Except for, the murdery parts. I'm in.
I say let the mugs come. We'll show them what for. I'm on the case, Marlowe.
Thank you. Mr. Todd. I just got to my place of London staying on this station. It took me a long time to get to that place. And frankly, I don't want to leave. Besides, now that I know Emery, the man that I still love, is still alive, I can't leave. I know this may come as a surprise and a shock to some of you, but Emery and I were in a relationship, and we are gay. We are where, Mr. Todd? Well, I mean, I figured you'd be an investigator, Jeff Marsh, but the rest of the people...
Deduced it in 10 minutes after you boys arrived on station, bickering the whole time.
Dang. Took me 6 months after y'all arrived to figure that one out.
Samesies, but you two actually fight exactly like my Uncle Milo and Aunt Cece, my cousin Jimmy's folks. They get into heated arguments, and then right after are loving each other up. One of the reasons why my cousin Jimmy's products are so strong, yeah, he had to burn those memories out of his mind real quick.
We all figured it out, Chris. It's just... Well, gosh, we wanted to be respectful and let one of you formally tell us. It's just... Golly, it's just a respectful thing. I mean, come on. Even Fred figured it out?
Yep.
So many gay dudes have super killer abs that I was surprised when... Oh! Back it up. What the hell you mean even when Fred figured it out?
In. I'm saying I'm in. And, thank you all.
I know some stuff about some stuff, if you know what I'm saying.
Kendra,
I'm a bit insulted you'd even ask.
all the same, this is something I won't just assume I know the answer, despite everything. Kendra, please understand.
I'm in.
Kendra, if...
Okay, before when I said I was a bit insulted, that was hyperbole. Now I really am starting to take offense, especially if you think I need any different or special consideration above and beyond what you'd give the others. So please, continue, sweetie. Please finish that sentence, Kendra, if...
two bits on a doll face. Kendra, if there was a way I could love you even more, you just showed me that way. Well played, that Marsh.
Okay, that was a great recovery. Still in.
All right, from here on out, everything gets more difficult than before. We have forces aimed directly at us, and we still have less than half of the complete picture of what's going on down here. We have to get more intel, more information, more knowledge. And we'll do that from within. On a remote research station. The station at the bottom of the planet. Our home. This is where we make a stand. This is where we hold. We are proud to announce, coming this Monday, December 16th, a new podcast series by creator Kyle Brown, Reno Championship Wrestling, RCW, available on all your favorite podcast streaming services.
This is Brian Bradley. Thank you for listening to our show. We are commercial-free and able to do so thanks to our amazing sponsors. You can help support 90 Degrees by visiting our Patreon page. Go to 90degreespodcast.com. That's the number 90 and Degrees Podcast, all one word, .com. You'll find a direct link to our Patreon page where you can make a monthly pledge and get shirts, buttons, stickers, or even a shout out as an honorary station Polly. Speaking of, we'd like to send a special shout out to the following Pollies:
Nick Wolf, Tatum Adams, Monica David, Rainbow Lights, Thomas Reisky, and L. Link.
Thank you for your sponsorship. It helps and supports us in so many ways.
This has been 90 Degrees South. On behalf of the cast and crew, I'd like to thank you for listening. If you liked the episode and are enjoying the series, please remember to give us a like, a share, a tweet, send a raven, or review on iTunes, Audioboom, or your favorite podcast site. It helps us to get the word out and keeps the cold at bay. Until next time.
This has been a BMB production.